How is it possible that a simple orange-colored powder inside a small packet can transform into a fruit-flavored drink so intense that it conquered kitchens around the world and even traveled into space? That's exactly what we're about to uncover today. We're talking about the most iconic powdered beverage in history, Tang, a product that didn't just change the way families prepared juice at home, but also became a symbol of modern convenience and innovation. The idea first emerged in the late 1950s in the United States when General Foods began searching for an alternative to fresh juice, one that could last for months on store shelves, be easy to transport, and still provide a reliable source of vitamin C. The man who made it possible was chemist William Mitchell. But the real breakthrough came during the 1960s. In the middle of the space race, NASA needed a beverage capable of delivering essential nutrients, while also improving the metallic taste of the recycled water consumed by astronauts. Tang became the solution. When cameras captured astronaut John Glenn, the first American to orbit Earth drinking Tang during his mission, the product instantly transformed from a supermarket curiosity into something much bigger: the drink of astronauts. And today we're going to step inside every stage of that incredible process, from fruit growing in vast plantations to the ultra-fine powder that eventually ends up inside your glass. If you subscribe and stay until the end, you'll discover hidden details that may completely change the way you look at a simple packet of powdered juice. Let's begin. The journey of powdered juice starts long before it reaches a manufacturing plant. Everything begins in the fields, where fruit selection is one of the most critical decisions in the entire process. Not just any harvest will do. The oranges, lemons, mangoes, or other fruits chosen for production must reach the perfect stage of ripeness, with a carefully balanced combination of sugar and acidity. This is where a large portion of the final flavor is determined. Fruit that is harvested too early produces a harsh, sharp taste. Fruit that stays on the tree too long loses freshness and can develop bitter notes. Contrary to what many people believe, not every powdered juice product is made exclusively from natural fruit. Many commercial products combine concentrated fruit juices with flavor compounds specifically designed to recreate the taste profile of fresh fruit. This approach guarantees consistency regardless of the season, climate conditions, or country where the product is manufactured. Premium versions often prioritize real fruit concentrates and natural flavor extracts derived directly from fresh fruit. The difference lies in the sensory experience. Synthetic flavor systems deliver consistency. Natural fruit extracts provide deeper complexity and more subtle flavor nuances. Once the selected fruits arrive at the processing facility, the cleaning stage begins. Once the fruit reaches the facility, it enters a rigorous cleaning process. Moving along large conveyor belts, the fruit passes through flowing water tanks that wash away dirt, dust, and field debris. Next comes the sanitizing stage. The fruit is immersed in carefully controlled cleaning solutions, typically containing low concentrations of chlorine, designed to eliminate microorganisms invisible to the naked eye. For fruits with tougher skins, such as oranges and lemons, high-speed rotating brushes are used to remove traces of pesticides, natural waxes, and surface contaminants. This entire procedure isn't simply a matter of quality. It's a food safety requirement. According to international food safety standards, inadequate washing can contaminate an entire production batch and potentially pose health risks to consumers. That's why every shipment undergoes visual inspections and rapid quality control testing before moving forward. Once the fruit has been cleaned and approved, the most important phase begins: juice extraction. Industrial facilities don't rely on a single extraction method. Different fruits require different technologies to maximize yield while preserving flavor. For citrus fruits such as oranges and lemons, cold pressing is the preferred method. The fruit is fed into mechanical presses that squeeze the juice without applying heat. This detail is extremely important. Heat can damage essential oils and delicate aromatic compounds responsible for the fresh flavor people associate with freshly squeezed juice. Cold pressing preserves those compounds, producing a vibrant liquid with a taste profile remarkably close to natural fruit. Grapes and apples require a different approach. In these cases, centrifugation is often the most efficient solution. The fruit is first crushed into a pulp. That pulp is then transferred into rapidly spinning drums. The centrifugal force separates the liquid from skin, seeds, and remaining solids. The result is a clean, uniform juice with excellent extraction efficiency. The leftover solids aren't wasted. They are commonly repurposed for animal feed, pectin production, and other industrial applications. Fleshy fruits such as mangoes, peaches, and strawberries present a different challenge. For these fruits, enzymatic maceration delivers the best results. Large tanks are filled with fruit pulp and specialized enzymes. These enzymes break down the cellular walls inside the fruit tissue, releasing juice that would otherwise remain trapped. The process increases yield while helping preserve delicate aromatic compounds. Once the liquid has been extracted, filtration begins. Even though the juice may already look clean, it still contains fibers, skin fragments, and microscopic particles that could affect texture and stability. To solve this problem, the juice passes through stainless steel filtration systems and specialized membranes that remove impurities without altering flavor. In more advanced facilities, microfiltration technologies are used to eliminate microorganisms while maintaining the juice's natural characteristics. By the time filtration is complete, the juice appears crystal clear, but it's still far from becoming the powder that consumers recognize. The next stage is one of the most important in the entire manufacturing process: concentration. Once the juice has been filtered and purified, it enters a stage that may sound simple, but in reality is essential for transforming a liquid into the foundation of a powdered beverage. The goal is straightforward: remove most of the water while preserving as many nutrients, aromas, and flavor compounds as possible. The technology most commonly used for this task is vacuum evaporation. Inside massive stainless steel towers, the juice is introduced into a low-pressure environment. As pressure decreases, the boiling point of water drops dramatically. This allows water to evaporate at temperatures far lower than under normal atmospheric conditions. Why is this important? Because excessive heat can destroy vitamins and delicate flavor compounds. By lowering the boiling temperature, manufacturers can remove water while protecting the ingredients that give fruit its distinctive taste and nutritional value. The entire process is monitored with extreme precision. Temperature sensors and pressure control systems maintain operating conditions between 60 and 70 degrees Celsius, hot enough to trigger evaporation, cool enough to protect fragile nutrients. Slowly, the juice begins to transform. What started as a liquid containing nearly 90% water gradually becomes a thick, concentrated syrup. The numbers change dramatically. Water content falls from approximately 90% to roughly 35%. Meanwhile, soluble solids rise to nearly 65%. These solids include natural fruit sugars, organic acids, minerals, and aromatic compounds. At this stage, the syrup contains the concentrated essence of several fruits, but it still doesn't resemble the lightweight powder that millions of people instantly recognize. To reach that final form, the industry relies on one of the most fascinating technologies in modern food engineering: dehydration. More specifically, two methods dominate global production: spray drying and freeze drying. Let's start with spray drying. In this process, the concentrated syrup is pumped into enormous drying towers. Inside these towers, specialized nozzles atomize the liquid into thousands of microscopic droplets. Imagine a shower releasing a fine mist, except instead of water, the droplets consist of concentrated fruit syrup. At the same time, powerful streams of hot air circulate through the chamber. Temperatures typically range between 150 and 200 degrees Celsius. That may sound extremely high, but the secret lies in speed. Each droplet is so small that moisture evaporates almost instantly. Within seconds, the water disappears. What remains are tiny particles of dried fruit solids suspended in the air. These particles slowly descend and collect at the bottom of the tower as a fine powder. Spray drying offers several major advantages. It is incredibly fast. It can produce massive quantities of powder within a short period of time, and it creates a smooth, fine texture that dissolves easily in water. However, it isn't perfect. Even though exposure to heat is brief, some sensitive compounds, particularly certain vitamins and aromatic molecules, may be partially degraded. That's why food engineers carefully optimize temperature, airflow, and residence time to preserve as much flavor and nutritional value as possible. For products where maximum flavor preservation is the priority, a different technology is often used: freeze drying. Freeze drying follows a completely different philosophy. Instead of using heat to remove water, it removes moisture through sublimation. In simple terms, water is transformed directly from ice into vapor without ever becoming liquid again. The process begins by rapidly freezing the concentrated fruit syrup. Temperatures can fall below -40 degrees Celsius. At these extreme conditions, virtually all the water inside the concentrate turns into ice crystals. Once frozen, the product is transferred into a vacuum chamber. The pressure is reduced dramatically. Under these conditions, the ice doesn't melt. Instead, it skips the liquid phase entirely and slowly transforms into vapor. The vapor is collected and removed from the system. What remains is an extremely dry product that retains much of its original structure. The biggest advantage of freeze drying is quality. Because heat exposure is minimal, vitamins, natural aromas, pigments, and delicate flavor compounds survive far better than they do in conventional drying methods. The result is a product remarkably close to fresh fruit in both taste and nutritional value. The disadvantage? Cost. Freeze drying requires specialized equipment, longer processing times, and significantly higher energy consumption. For that reason, it is generally reserved for premium products where quality outweighs production expense. Regardless of the drying method used, the result is still not the finished powdered drink consumers purchase. At this stage, manufacturers have produced a dehydrated fruit base. To transform that base into a stable, flavorful beverage mix, additional ingredients must be incorporated. This stage is known as formulation. Inside large stainless steel blending systems, food technologists combine the dried fruit material with carefully measured ingredients. The exact recipe varies depending on the product and target market. Some formulations prioritize sweetness, others emphasize nutrition. Some focus on shelf life. Others are designed to mimic the taste of freshly squeezed juice as closely as possible. One of the most important additions is sweetener. Traditional formulations often use sucrose, more commonly known as table sugar. In reduced-calorie versions, manufacturers may use alternative sweeteners such as sucralose, acesulfame potassium, or stevia-derived compounds. Acidity regulators are also added. Ingredients such as citric acid and malic acid help recreate the bright, refreshing sensation naturally present in fresh fruit. Without these acids, the beverage would taste flat and lifeless. Natural and nature-identical flavor compounds are then incorporated to reinforce the fruit profile. These compounds compensate for any aromas lost during processing and ensure consistent flavor from batch to batch. Coloring agents may also be included. Some products rely on natural pigments extracted from fruits and vegetables. Others use approved food colorants specifically selected for stability and visual appeal. But perhaps the most important nutritional addition is vitamin fortification. Historically, powdered drinks such as Tang became famous because they delivered vitamin C conveniently and consistently. Today, many formulations also include vitamins A, D, E, B complex, vitamin zinc, and other micronutrients. The blending process can last several hours. Powerful industrial mixers ensure that every particle is distributed evenly. The goal is simple. Every spoonful taken from the package should deliver exactly the same flavor, color, sweetness, and nutritional value as every other spoonful. After blending is complete, the powder undergoes another round of quality control testing. This stage is critical because even the slightest inconsistency can affect the final product. Samples are collected from multiple locations inside each batch. Laboratories analyze moisture levels, particle size, vitamin concentration, acidity, and flavor consistency. Moisture control is especially important. If the powder contains too much, water clumping can occur during storage. Excess moisture can also shorten shelf life and create conditions favorable for microbial growth. Most powdered beverage products are maintained below 5% moisture content. At that level, the product remains stable for months or even years under proper storage conditions. Solubility is another major concern. Consumers expect the powder to dissolve quickly and completely. To verify this, technicians mix measured amounts of powder into water under controlled conditions. They monitor how quickly the particles disperse and whether any sediment remains at the bottom. The ideal result is a smooth, uniform beverage with no visible lumps. Once laboratory approval is granted, the powder moves to the packaging department. Here, speed and precision become the priorities. The powder is transferred into large holding hoppers positioned above automated filling machines. These systems dispense exact quantities into individual packets, jars, pouches, or canisters. Depending on the product format, each package may contain enough powder for a single serving. A family-sized container, or an industrial food service application. For single-serve sachets, high-speed equipment can fill and seal hundreds of packets every minute. The packaging material itself plays an important role. Most packets are made from multi-layer laminates combining plastic films, aluminum barriers, and specialized coatings. These layers protect the powder from moisture, oxygen, sunlight, and external odors. Without that protection, flavor degradation could occur long before the product reaches consumers. After filling, each package is heat-sealed. Production codes and expiration dates are printed automatically. Vision systems equipped with cameras inspect every package to verify proper sealing and accurate labeling. Any package showing defects is immediately removed from the production line. The approved products continue towards secondary packaging. Individual packets are grouped into cartons. Cartons are packed into shipping cases. The cases are stacked onto pallets. Finally, the pallets are wrapped in protective film and transported to distribution centers around the world. At this point, the manufacturing process is complete. But Tang's story extends far beyond factory walls. Its global success was shaped by one of the most extraordinary marketing moments in food industry history: NASA. During the early years of human spaceflight, astronauts faced a unique challenge. Water stored aboard spacecraft often developed an unpleasant metallic taste due to storage systems and processing methods. NASA needed a practical solution. The beverage had to be lightweight, easy to prepare, stable for long missions, and nutritionally useful. Tang fit those requirements remarkably well. Its powdered format reduced transportation weight. Its strong citrus flavor helped mask unpleasant tastes. And its vitamin content added nutritional value for astronauts during extended missions. When astronauts began consuming Tang during space missions, public interest exploded. The association with space exploration transformed Tang from a simple powdered beverage into a cultural phenomenon. Consumers suddenly viewed it as more than just a convenient drink. It became connected to innovation, technology, and the future itself. Although Tang was never exclusively developed for NASA, its presence aboard spacecraft created one of the most successful product associations in modern marketing history. Sales surged across the United States. Soon afterward, international markets followed. Factories expanded production. New flavors were introduced, and what began as a single orange-flavored drink evolved into a global brand sold across dozens of countries. Today, Tang exists in an enormous variety of flavors. Orange remains the most recognizable, but depending on the region, consumers can also find mango, lemon, pineapple, grape, berry blends, tropical fruit combinations, and many other localized varieties designed specifically for regional preferences. In some countries, Tang has become more popular than traditional ready-to-drink juices because of its affordability, long shelf life, and ease of preparation. A single package can remain stable for months without refrigeration. That advantage makes transportation and storage significantly easier compared to fresh juice products. The science behind that stability is surprisingly simple. Fresh juice contains large amounts of water. Water creates an environment where microorganisms can grow and where chemical reactions gradually degrade flavor and nutrients. By removing most of the moisture, manufacturers dramatically slow those processes. As a result, powdered beverages remain shelf-stable for extended periods, while preserving much of their intended flavor profile. Modern manufacturing facilities continue refining the process. Advanced drying systems improve flavor retention. New vitamin fortification technologies increase nutritional stability. Packaging materials become more effective at protecting products from humidity and oxygen. And research teams constantly develop new formulations to meet changing consumer demands. Some products now focus on reduced sugar. Others emphasize natural ingredients. Some are enriched with additional vitamins and minerals. Others are designed specifically for hydration and electrolyte replacement. Yet despite all these innovations, the foundation remains remarkably similar to the original concept developed decades ago. Transform fruit-based ingredients into a lightweight, stable powder that can quickly become a refreshing beverage whenever water is added. From fruit harvested in orchards and plantations, to extraction systems, vacuum evaporators, drying towers, blending facilities, and high-speed packaging lines, every packet represents a surprisingly sophisticated combination of food, science, chemistry, engineering, and logistics. What appears to be a simple spoonful of orange powder is actually the result of an industrial process involving precise control over temperature, pressure, moisture, flavor, chemistry, nutrition, and quality assurance. And perhaps that's the most fascinating part of the entire story. A product designed for convenience became one of the most recognizable beverages on Earth, and even found its way beyond Earth itself. If you enjoyed this journey through the manufacturing process behind Tang powdered drink, subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and leave a comment telling us which iconic food or beverage product you'd like to explore next. Leave a like if you were surprised by the technology hidden behind a simple packet of powdered juice, and share this video so more people can discover how science transforms fruit into one of the world's most famous drinks. See you in the next one.